him there and playing live. But having said that, the last two world champions have both come from the internet, so
yeah, and Yannick's moves were technically sound there.
So you know, there's absolutely no reason that one of these internet players can't go on and win it.
Call.
2,000 is the bet called by Barry and Graham. Hearn with the King Jack. And a wad of gum. Oh, Pharaoh's picked up some big hands. Kings and now aces.
Total.
And from the button, raise of 10,000.
Pass.
He might get some action here.
It's quite possible. Don't know how much Barry Hearn likes to lay down hands. We're going to get an idea in a moment.
Right now action is on McCreerick,
Pass.
who is taking a peek from the big blind. Graham Pound has passed.
Call.
Baza says, I'll peek. And this is going to be a big pot. 3 ways already, and only Callahan to decide. Pharaoh with the pocket rockets, but that's McCreerick, who's open to catch a big flop with the Queen Deuce of diamonds.
He managed to take a King Deuce up against aces in the heat that he won and cracked them. Let's see if he can do it 2 in a row.
Oh my, that is exactly what you want to see when you've got aces in the pocket. Another one on board.
Check.
And Ralph Farrow has made the nut hand at this stage. 3 aces.
Check.
Check.
Mullen.
Baz is not looking at
All
the
in.
worst hand there, Gary. Queen would make him a straight. But Farrow said, let's end this quickly. And has stuck the rest of his chips in the pot.
Do not want callers.
56,000 total.
Yeah, he's basically not wanting to give any free cards. It looks like a very dangerous flop with the ace 10-7. Unless a card 5 or lower comes
Pass.
down, he's and it's not a club, there's going to be something that could possibly improve against him. So if anyone wants to hit a draw, they've got to come and pay for it, and that's what he's making them do.
Okay.
56,000 was the bet, and they folded up like cheap suitcases. Ralph Farrow sticking all his chips in with 3 aces. So McCreerick not only in good shape, but he's played the most hands I've entered at the table, I think. He's played 7 already, looking at the leaderboard, and won 4 of them. Callahan in front on the back of the one big pot he won. But it's Graham Pound all of a sudden who's short stacked. Is he going to get panicked with only 84,000 at this stage?
Call.
Graham's been around too long to start panicking with 84,000. I think he still knows he's got quite a bit of time. Unfortunately, the
Raise to 10,000.
nature of this tournament means it's only one person going through,
I'm sorry.
and he knows he has to win it, so he can't just sit back all of the time. But
There was a limp in from John McCreerick with the Queen Jack suited. Those are Barry Hearn's cards. He's called the 10,000 raise from Graham Pound flat on the button. And the action right now is on Ralph Farrow, who's really got no decision with the 9-3. Graham Pound, of course, the original raiser. Ace 10, we saw it.
4 players.
Oh, Ralph Farrow's in this pot.
Check.
This pot wasn't raised.
no.
Excuse me. 7 high flop has come down.
5,000.
2 spades on board, and McCreerick has
Pass.
picked up a flush draw. And Barry Hearn has not got a bad hand.
Yeah, he's got the best hand at the moment, and if he's in trouble, he's got to draw to a 4 to give him a straight. So, and he's probably watched a bit of John McCreerick play. Knows he's probably bluffing, continually bluffing. He's just going to
Call.
give him a call for now, see what happens on the turn.
So it was 4,000 bet before the flop. There's been 5,000 bet on the flop. And now Farrow laying down his 2 3s. We're head up. John McCreerick, Barry Hearn. McCreerick, of course, on the flush draw, but wouldn't mind a queen or jack. $28,000 in the pot. Turn card coming. No apparent change, but Barry Hearn might like his hand a little more.
Yeah, he's managed to pick up 9s as well, giving him a straight draw at the top as well as with the 4s down the bottom.
15,000 bet and called. This pot has gotten very big. 58,000 in the center for the river card. All eyes on deck. Pairs the board, and Baz is in front.
Check.
And he's got to like that card.
Draw.
Check, check, no bet on the river, and the sixes will take it. Sevens up. And McCreary cannot compete. He needed a spade. That pot could have been a lot bigger, Gary. Or?
Yeah, it could have been a lot bigger. John McCreary actually switched off quite early. He made a bet on the flop and then just check called on the turn. I think if it had been a nice decent sized bet from John McCreary on the turn, it would have been interesting to see Barry under the pressure and actually trying to make a decision for a few chips. But as it happened, he played it a little bit quieter. So
yeah, he's taken a good pot and the chip lead. So Baz Ahern with 125,000 to the front. And his chips might be tough to get back.
I don't think he's going to be giving any chips away, Barry.
McCreary first.
Oh.
He's played the Queen Jack last hand, and he'll play it again.
Pass.
4,000 is
Pass.
called.
Pass.
Faro from the small blind. A look, a look. 96. And Yannick says, I check. We'll see a flop here, three-way.
3 players.
Oh, all royalty up top.
Check.
Ace, King, Jack on the board, and there's a couple straight draws around. But McCreary leading with the pair of jacks.
Check.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's in the commanding position on this flop. Don't think he's going to get any customers.
5,000.
The 5,000 should be enough to pick it up.
Red rolled into the middle,
Pass.
and a double laydown. Yannick not wanting to go for his straight draw.
Well, this here, of course, this I'm very proud of. This is a gold medal. This is from Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, Nevada. Now they don't play poker there. In the old days, they had a poker room. You smoked cigars, had a wonderful time. And I drew a royal flush once. I only play the $1 to $4 tables. So royal flush, and they gave a gold medallion here. So if I was that way inclined, I go around swimming pools and sort of have my gold medallion on. But I have it on here for luck for me. I did win something at poker, and I won the tournament yesterday to get through here today. This, though, is the end of the line. No more gold medals for me.
Internet qualifiers, of course, coming through into this partypoker.com European Open. They've won $10,000 seats. Of course, that's created a $360,000 prize pool, so not a small amount to be playing for here. And that
Pass.
probably make you serious. In fact, for most of these guys, it's probably the
Pass.
largest they've ever played for.
Pass.
Graham's actually played in some quite large tournaments. He's probably no stranger to playing for this kind of money. I think the internet qualifiers are going to be a little bit more than they're used to playing for, that much is certain. And Barry Hearn's probably playing more for pride than the money, but it'd be interesting to see whether it starts to get to their mind when they start getting to the later stages of this and getting a better chance of actually getting towards the money.
Well, that was John McCreary's hand. Yannick has decided to take him on from the small blind. It's blind on blind now. And with the Jack-8 and no help on the flop, Yannick sticks a bluff in.
This is a new development for our internet qualifier.
Pass.
Oh, he's showing a new wrinkle to his game. The first time he had an opportunity to raise John McCreary, he passed on it, but this time he limped in and bluffed.
Nice to see these boys have actually got that sort of thing in their game. They're prepared to steal the pots on the flop even when they've got none of it. It's a good sign for him possibly later on in the tournament if he can keep that momentum and keep the fact that he can make those plays. It's very easy to do it in the lowest stages, but when you're risking a large percentage of your chips, it gets a little bit trickier later on. Let's see if he can keep it going.
23 years old and a license to steal. It wasn't much, but he won the pot. Hearn now. 7 high, no decision, he says.
Pass.
Folded around to Faro. And the New Jersey man. He's got suited connectors.
Raise to 8,000.
Double the bet, 4